Did I ever tell you about the time I introduced myself as my name when asked by my British boss how I was doing? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that happened. Sit back, grab a cup of chocolate or tea if you're feeling particularly British today, and let me take you down memory lane. A place filled with awkward moments, fancy accent, and a young lady who hadn't quite figured out how to decode Norse English. I call this one Days of Little Beginnings.
This is Humor Meets Storytelling with Dr. Muthoni Omuhango. Welcome to our corner of the internet where wit shakes hands with wisdom, and every story is sprinkled with a dash of light-hearted humor. Here, you will find stories that tickle your funny bone while tugging at the heartstrings, inspired by everyday life, faith, and the vibrant beauty of African storytelling. Whether you are here to laugh, reflect, or discover a deeper truth, this space promises to leave you with a smile and maybe even a fresh perspective in your faith journey. Join us every evening at 6 p.m., the perfect time to unwind. Whether you're in a bus, in your car, or relaxing at home, plug in your headphones or turn up the volume. Take just 10 minutes to escape the hustle, share a laugh, and soak in life's deeper meaning. Listen to stories and words that entertain, inspire, celebrate the joy of storytelling, and draw us to God. It's a short life. Let's make it count. Tune in on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Spotify, and WhatsApp, and let's share a laugh together.
Zechariah 4:10 reads, "Who with reason despises the day of small things or small beginnings? For these 7 eyes shall rejoice when they see the plumb line in the heart of Zerubbabel. They are the eyes of the Lord which roam throughout the earth." So, it was 2009. I had just joined CLC Kenya, bright-eyed, hopeful, and straight out of Ushago, upcountry. Our national director at that time was Lloyd, a proper Briton with an accent so thick you could cut it with a knife, or so I felt at that time. His immediate downlink, the general manager, my immediate boss, Edith, called me into her office to introduce me to Lloyd. I walked in, nerves juggling, palms sweating, trying to look confident, but probably coming off more like a baby giraffe on its first stroll. Lloyd gave me a friendly smile and said, "Hi, how have you been?" Common sense says the appropriate response to that question is, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?" But common sense was clearly on leave that day. What did I say instead? "I am Masimonene." Now, a little context here. This was long before Patrick Omuhango joined my life and upgraded my last name. Back then, I was just plain old Masimonene, not the fancy Dr. Muthoni Omuhango name that you know and I clearly love. But even plain old Masimonene knew that blurting out her full name wasn't exactly the right answer to "how have you been?" The moment those words left my mouth, Edith shot me a look, one of those "you're in trouble now" looks that only a seasoned boss can master. Then she gently said, "He's asking how you're doing, Mercy." Oh, the embarrassment. If there was ever a moment I wish the ground would split open and swallow me whole, it was that one. I must have turned several shades of red, an impressive feat for someone blessed with so much melanin that my pastor Vincent says I'm no longer black but navy blue. Gathering what was left of my dignity, I mumbled something resembling the actual answer and vowed to pay closer attention next time someone with an accent spoke to me. From that day forward, I began listening to Lloyd as though I were a contestant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, hanging onto every syllable, ready to buzz in with the correct answer. Fast forward 16 years in CLC Kenya, and oh, how things have changed. Today, I can sit in a room full of Britons, Americans, and people from all over the world without breaking a sweat. I don't even notice the accent anymore. It's all just English, and we get along just fine. Okay, fine. Maybe occasionally I still miss a word or two, but hey, progress. Reflecting on my early days at CLC Kenya, I can draw out several valuable lessons from the humorous challenges I faced. 1. Embrace humility in new beginnings. Starting a new role was daunting, especially when I had to navigate cultural and linguistic differences. My initial miscommunication with my British director was both funny and humbling. I quickly learned the importance of recognizing my limitations and being open to learning. As Proverbs 22, verse 4 says, humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. That lesson in humility became cornerstone for my growth. 2, adaptability is key. Moving from Ushago, upcountry, to a multicultural environment was a significant adjustment. I had to learn to adapt quickly to thrive in this new space. Looking back, I realize how important it is to remain flexible and open-minded in unfamiliar situations. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This mindset allowed me to embrace change and grow in ways I never anticipated. 3, the power of perseverance. Despite the awkwardness and early mistakes, I kept pushing forward. It wasn't always easy, but perseverance paid off as I gained confidence and competence. James 1:4 encourages, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." I've seen firsthand how perseverance can turn even the most uncomfortable situations into moments of growth. And 4, finding joy in growth. Now, I can laugh at those early missteps and see them for what they are, integral parts of my journey. This perspective has taught me to find joy in the process of growing, knowing that every mistake was a stepping stone to something greater. Psalms 126:2 beautifully captures this sentiment. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. These moments remind me to embrace God's faithfulness and celebrate how far I have come. In the end, my story is evidence of God's grace and the truth that with humility, adaptability, perseverance, and a joyful heart, we can navigate the days of little beginnings and emerge stronger in both faith and purpose. Over the years, God has blessed me with countless opportunities to work with amazing organizations and people from different parts of the globe. It's been an incredible journey of growth, learning, and of course, collecting funny and not so funny stories like this one. Today, my desk was graced by a spectacular delivery. 8 captivating books from Forge, a ministry founded by none other than the delightfully named Dwight Delight. Yes, that is his real name. If that doesn't sound, "We are here to make faith fun and fruitful," I don't know what does. Now, how did I get my hands on these gems? Enter Charlie Mark, Forge's main mischief maker. Oh, wait, Chief Operations Officer. Same thing, right? Charlie is a guy who gets stuff done at Forge, and I'm thankful for a timely introduction from my big brother, James Pittman, over at CLC Ministries in the US, an organization that's been rocking the Christian publishing scenes in the US since 1947. Yes, our big brother US are 68 years old. Jim is a blessing, or our blessing in Kenya. Honestly, what would we do without Jim? Probably stare blankly at empty desks and wonder why no books are turning up. Shout out to the entire CLC US crew, including Tim Hand, who've been keeping an eye on their teenage sister, CLC Kenya. For your information, we just turned 17 in October 2024. We're in that glorious, awkward phase of spiritual publishing adolescence. I am digressing. This is about Forge. Forge is on a mission to raise ordinary kingdom laborers, people who quietly go about transforming lives without fancy degrees, big titles, or a personal Instagram following of 10K. These unsung heroes are God's secret agents. They see people others overlook, stop to care, and spread the love of Jesus in places where the light barely flickers. And the best part, this isn't just happening stateside, it's global. Forge is advancing the kingdom across continents, above ground, underground, overground, wherever the good news needs to go. Now, Back to my delight. Yes, delight with an international emphasis. When these 8 incredible resources landed on my desk for distribution across Eastern Africa, it felt like a divine assignment. After all, preaching the gospel through books is what we do best here at CLC Kenya. So, as I sit here with these 8 incredible books from Font on my desk, reflecting on the privilege of being part of global movements like CLC and Font, I can't help but smile. It's funny how God uses even our most awkward moments for our growth towards His purposes. If this story reminds you of your own facepalm moment, remember you are in good company. At least you didn't respond to "How are you?" by introducing yourself by name. Now, enough about me and this embarrassing moment. Here's the deal. Check out these 8 books. Tell me which one speaks to your soul the loudest and why. Bring your A game because one lucky and convincing reader is going to walk away with a free book. Who's ready for a little holy mischief? Here are the books. Multiplying Movements Workbook and Discipleship Tool for Everyday Followers of Jesus. Baton Passing Relationships, Successful Spiritual Multiplication. It's My Turn. 20 Kingdom Laborers Who Change Their World and Compel Me to Impact Mine. 4 Chairs, Discovering What Your Spiritual Life Looks Like from God's Point of View. Up Close, a spiritual life notebook to fuel your growth in Christ. Is God waiting for a date with you? Mad Runner, advancing the kingdom no matter the people, the place, or the cost. And finally, Plan A, discovering your everyday, everywhere unique purpose.
Thank you for tuning in to Humor Meets Storytelling with Dr. Muthoni Omuhango. As we wrap up, remember that a little laughter goes a long way, and every story has a touch of God's grace woven into it. Whether today's episode made you laugh, reflect, or see life through a fresh lens, we hope it added joy and meaning to your day. Don't forget to share the laughter and inspiration. Tell a friend, a colleague, or even your bus seatmate about this podcast. You never know who needs a little cheer and hope in their journey. Join us again tomorrow at 6 p.m. for another 10 minutes of joy, wisdom, and storytelling. Until then, keep smiling, keep believing, and keep making every moment count. Stay connected, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay rooted in God's love. This is Humor Meets Storytelling with Dr. Muthoni Omuhango, signing off with laughter and love. See you next time.